Good morning, part two.
What's up, man? I figured it was um, a little easier to digest for everyone that's watching if there's not watching three separate streams, and we just do like a.
Yeah, I was worried both times. I had a lot of stuff screwing with my race today.
It's no worries.
Not on top of my bad driving.
Well, we might be getting into some bad driving here in a minute. I'm,
Well, I was debating hard on whether to call a restart because of Walter. I really didn't want him to keep racing. He
uh,
talks so darn much, and I have to talk over him if
it's
I
not
if
just
I'm
that.
gonna get anything. Yeah.
I don't know if you could tell, but I was typing in the stream. I was starting to get upset because if Walter was going to be in that race after not
Mm,
racing every other race, and then we have three teams out of the five fighting for a championship.
yeah. Same reason I was getting upset with Jason on that one race.
Ooh, I'm just trying to share it
Yeah.
right now.
Are you streaming?
hmm
Or
I'm streaming it right now.
damn it, it's not showing up.
We're we're live right now. I'm just putting in a.
I guess that's why I'm hearing an echo. Guess I'll go to the thing and then just go to the channel, the page. Are are you on your own channel?
No,
Hmm.
I'm on the GRT channel.
Oh, there it goes.
I'm just waiting for a couple more people to come in.
Yo.
Yo.
Oh, I heard a yo. Was that you?
I repeated Rob's yo.
Yo.
It's just going to be a whole series of yos now. Is that what we're doing today?
Yo 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 yippee yay yippee yay.
All right, fuck it. I'm in.
Or wait, it's bow wow wow yippee yo
Yo.
yippee yay. My
There you
bad.
go. I'm in. Uh,
Yo.
we do have an open party. I do anyway. So if you're a friend of mine and want to join in the replay session we're doing here, that's fine. We can go ahead and do that. Other than that,
Oh,
we'll go ahead and get started. We got Achilles on pole. Uh, he was on pole because he missed a couple races, and we always put the guys that miss races up front. Then we got Angels fan coming in second here. Tin Man third. Gad Gaming fourth. Uh, King Julian is fifth. Terminal Goat is sixth. Elgin seventh. Gemini is eighth. Rob is ninth. Taz is 11th. Uh, Taz is
Hello,
10th.
guys.
Redstone is 11th. And MJ, who I feel shouldn't have been there, is 12th.
I figured he's pretty fast, so I put him back there because I
So,
know I
Tim.
know what he's capable of.
Well, the only reason let's talk about this one for a minute. I didn't agree with your decision to put him in there. I know we're friends and everything, so we could talk about this
Yeah,
logically.
yeah,
We have five teams in this race, two-man
He
teams.
wasn't for leaving.
yep.
Well, Rob, it
Uh,
doesn't matter if he's wanting to leave or not. I mean, we're fighting for championships here. We have Taz is fighting for a solo championship, starting from the back uh, against a couple other people. Well, there was no one going to touch Taz anyway, but still. And then you have three teams of two men or two driver teams fighting for a points championship for a team champion, and that's what we were focusing on because no one was going to catch Taz. So when he let MJ in, I was like, what the fuck is going on? Because if MJ runs through the field like he usually does, and if he just even remotely wrecks somebody and ruins their race, that could cost somebody a championship for someone that hasn't been here all season long. And I thought it was a little insensitive to those guys that are trying to fight for that.
I should have started my own party chat. That's probably the first thing I should have done. And if I didn't have him talking in my ear, I probably would have just kicked him because he hadn't been here.
Another point of controversy, and if well, what's
By
he
the
saying?
way, Rob, sorry if I got in your way. Wasn't sure which way to go. Lol.
Hey, Gad,
Gentlemen,
we're just there's a little bit of controversy involving Redstone today. So uh, he's a very fast driver. There's no one going to give him,
ladies,
no one going to say he's not. He's very fast. Uh, the point today was a little bit of aggressiveness. So this stream is for all of us to break down a little bit what happened and then kind of watch the race because the first streams were set up into 3 streams and I don't think it got the full glory it deserved for being an Interlagos race in Formula cars. So this was a really good race and I want to watch it. And then there was another point of controversy. Rob and Taz could not see Redstone the entire race. So
There
that
was a
might
few. There was
go
at
ahead.
least 2 laps where I was seeing him, you know, teleporting in a little bit, but no major issues for me. I was wondering why he was ghosting a couple times, so I was recording 1 lap to try to figure it out, and I think it's because I really don't know why he was ghosting ahead of me. But I was thinking that it might be the because I was approaching him as he got slowed in some of the turns after lapping me.
Yeah, I don't. No, he was ghosting the
So,
entire race. Anytime he got close to anybody, he was ghosting. And I'll show you that, which is a little weird.
yeah.
Well, let's just get into it then. I love this shot.
um, when we officially do a season of gas car, I have a plan on how to do the grid order. You know, showing everybody in the grid order and stuff. Run it down later. Dang.
Now, I made a point in Discord that he hit
Iris
everybody.
catches a chipmunk.
That he hit everybody going towards the front. And so far, I'm right. Now, there's a move he's about to put on Jev here that I didn't agree with at all. Either he didn't have his radar on, or it was just a foolish move. And this is one of the reasons I'm a little upset with him. That there's no reason to turn in on Rob. You could have held your line and just ran it straight through. You probably had a better clean exit coming out of turn 5 that way too. And it kind of ruined Rob a little bit,
I
but
get it away and it crawls up my leg and Stinky Pete climbed me. Ouch.
if you, from Rob's point of view, he cannot even see Redstone. So he doesn't even know Redstone's in the race. So that might have caused a little bit of confusion on that part.
Did you get it on video too?
And we're not going to focus on Redstone the whole time. I actually want to watch a race, but I'm just talking about some points of interest that was talked about in Discord for the first couple laps, and then I'm going to enjoy the rest of this race. But we'll go back about 10 seconds.
No, unfortunately.
Now he hits Rob. Rob can't see him. Rob doesn't know he's there. Taz is on the other side of him. Taz doesn't know he's there either.
Shame.
And goes right into him. Now, here's when I said you were ultra aggressive, Redstone, for going through the front of the field that quickly. It's a 40 lap race. You're going to get by everyone. You're faster than everyone else. There's no reason to be this aggressive and try and potentially ruin other people's races just to get to the front in 2 laps. Now he's still holding the inside line, which is good. Now he comes across on Tim to get around Angel's fan. Knocks into Tim. Tim goes wide a little bit, which puts Redstone going back towards Angel's fan, and he hits Angel's fan off track. Where he could have just laid back and waited for a better opportunity.
Yeah. I forgot the point I came up with earlier in my head.
Now he hits me right there. It knocks me off track a little bit. Now you see him and Taz getting into it because Taz doesn't even know he's there. Look at them ghost onto each other. That's such a weird thing to happen.
I'm not seeing. Oh, now it looked like they were ghosting, but man, that is weird. What's the tire wear looking like? I mean, it's too early, but
Yeah, there's no tire wear right now.
I mean, how red is the marks getting while they're rubbing like that?
No, none at all. That's what's really strange about it. So to Taz, the car must feel like it's just the car's just pushing.
I think I've spun already, or I'm about to spin on this lap.
And it does a clean pass on Taz, which is a very good pass. Now here's where I had a little bit of controversy with him. Now he hits me right there. Let me go back a little bit.
Watch him ghost and drive through people.
Yeah, he just drives right through people. It's so weird. And he hits me right there. Knocks me a little wide. Hits me again right there. Pushes me out. And then pushes me right off track. Now when you're coming, he said he didn't push me off track, but when you're coming through that, your car is pushing the entire time. It's trying to push you off track just by itself. So when someone touches you coming in the inside, even though he might have thought he left me enough space, just by touching me, it knocked me off track. And that's why I was upset. It could have cost me the entire race just because he wants to go up front in 2 laps. And Taz gets by him. Taz doesn't even know he's there. I bet Taz is freaking out right now. Now here's another thing. I think I made a mistake right here, so it's not just pointing out everyone's mistakes. We'll go from me. And then I want to watch the race. Now right here, Taz gets into Gad. Taz late braked a little bit. Gad early braked a little bit. Taz draws down to get away from him. I'm watching this whole thing, and I forget to brake. Until about right now. I think I'm at full brake right now. Yeah. And then I sail right into the back of Redstone. And you can see me like trying to avoid him the whole time. And I'm like, shit. You should heard me and Gad on party chat. So I slowed down a little bit and tried to let everyone have their position. But I asked Gad, I think I asked Gad if he wanted me to slow down. He said no. But that's what, when we're talking about aggressive driving, Redstone, that's what we're talking about. We're not talking about how fast you are, or we're not even mad that you're faster than us. It's actually nice to race people that are faster than us. It teaches us how to race better and be faster. We're mad that there's no reason for that level of aggressiveness, and you can see him ghosting out every corner too, which is a little weird.
It sounded more like ha 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 Gad take that.
That's not.
I could hear that. It's reminding me of the one hooligans race we did, and I was just
But we had to switch
trying
to a private line. We had to switch to a private party. Because even though I love MJ to death, man, he's obnoxiously loud sometimes. I can't concentrate.
I kind of have the same issue with.
Alright, now let's
Yellow
start
Fox.
this race over and actually watch the race. And if you guys want to focus on some stuff, or if people in the chat want to call out some things that they saw, we'll go ahead and do that.
Yeah, you don't have to watch any of my laps, but if you want to see my first really big issue,
Oh, what
is
was really
in,
funny
lap 2.
was we were coming around. We were in first and second. We were coming around the long straight, and you were talking about MJ, like being stuck, and he goes, "Oh shit, there's MJ." I don't know if he saw MJ or not.
I gotta remap my my D-pad a little bit because I keep turning off my radar when I'm trying to look back. So that's not a. I'm glad he served the penalty, but that's not a good spot to serve the penalty.
There's one more thing. Where's Tin Man? Let me get to Tin Man's point of view. Tin Man, Gad brought up a point that we watched the first 5 laps after the race. We just watched them. And Tin Man broke early to let those 2 guys go through, to let Angels fan and Redstone come through. And I think someone inadvertently knocks him into oblivion.
I think Tin Man said he got hit by 3 people, at least 3 different people.
So I want to... Where's Tin Man at? There he is.
Oh.
There's where he got hit. So... Oh, it was Julian that hit him. And then... Boom! Sends him right into the Shadow Realm. Drops 4 places, because he was having a really good run, too. Let's check out some liveries while we're at it. Razor's Edge Racing. Bitches. Achilles and his non-team.
Who did, I wonder who did Todd and Goat's livery. I thought that was pretty cool.
I didn't know who hit me.
I think that was just a racing incident, Tim. You broke early to let those guys in, and I don't think Julian was expecting you to break that early, or didn't see it coming. Where's Todd? I want to see his livery. Oh.
Todd should be in front of me.
Yeah, I'm watching him right now.
Uh-oh. The stream is still that 3 seconds off from the party chat.
It happens.
Yeah. I mean, it's just no way to avoid it.
And Jeff Ryan got a horrible start, so he's going to try to fight his way all the way from the back.
Yeah.
That's where I got knocked off.
With all the trouble I was having at the start of the race, too, I'm surprised it took him as long as it did to get around me.
It was a really good race, man. Once we got past, like, the first couple laps, it was really good racing from everybody.
I was braking way too early everywhere. I needed to practice this a lot more.
Well, Goat, I'm going to have to disagree with you there, because I'm looking at a livery on screen right now that outclasses the whole field. I might be a little biased, but... He late broke right there. Her early broke on me. And forced me into the grass, and it gave me a 2-second penalty. And my immediate thought was, he broke early, and I get a penalty for it. I'm like, fuck killing that penalty, because it's going to be killed in 2 laps anyway. So I'm just racing.
Yeah, so I think Interlagos has only 2 really good spots for killing the penalty.
Well, I wasn't going to kill it where I was at. The only opportunity I would
Yeah.
have to kill it is like right here.
You can stave it off in the hairpins anyways.
Yeah, I think I had it killed. We'll come back to it, but I think I had it killed by the end of this lap.
I think if it's flashing, it's
Assetto
you know you're indicating that you're trying to kill it little by little. If you're at least working on it.
Yeah, you're right, Goat, man. When you're driving this fast, they're not. These cars aren't fast per se, but they're quick. They're off the line and everything. They accelerate very quickly. So killing penalties when someone's behind you or something like that, it's so dangerous in the Super Formula. Unless you're on a place like Catalonia where you can pull off. It's got like a 1 mile straightaway. Here, there's no true straightaway here to kill a penalty. Now let's check on the field here. Lap.
Question for everybody. Keep in mind, just something to post on Discord. Answer there. What's everybody's Wednesdays looks like?
Mine are fucked.
I was thinking about doing gas car on Wednesdays for a full season.
Yeah, you could. You don't need everyone in there. Just put it out there. Whoa, Achilles? I remember that move though. I was on the phone.
From October to Thanksgiving.
I was talking with Gad about Achilles, and I was like, man, he's being super aggressive. Look at this move he puts on me. Look at it from my point of view. Now he goes over to defend, and I'm like, cool, he's going to defend. I don't need to do anything. And then he comes right back on me. I was like, holy shit. I even had to brake for it. I let Gad get past me. Rob got past you. How'd he get past you? I'm trying to look for a good battle going on. Here we go.
I don't know when I span, and I can't remember the first dropout. When the stream got killed.
No, yeah.
I was worried that all of my connection was ending. I hate getting that notification. You know, just let the stream in. I don't care if it's. I mean, I don't want the viewers to get stranded or whatever. But if I'm racing or something like that, I don't want to stop and tend to the stream.
Gad, what lap are you talking about? Gad wants me to look at something.
Gotcha.
Alright, him and Achilles are fighting hard right here, right? I spin out. I just lose my car. Right around in here somewhere is where I lose my car. And then Achilles pushes him wide right there. There's where I lose my car.
Oh. So that wasn't the second hairpin.
Yeah, the second hairpin. Yeah, Achilles was being super aggressive.
Just moving.
Why is it showing the cockpit view?
I
It
know
usually
sometimes
only
it does,
shows
sometimes it
for the.
doesn't.
It usually shows specifically for you. You, the main viewer.
Oh. Boy, I had all kinds of trouble
Right.
getting around Tim.
Your car, your view of the replay. There's some cars that won't do it at all because of the. It just doesn't have the first person view. The Toyota SFR, for one thing.
Yeah.
And I realize why the windows are completely blacked out. That's why there's no cockpit view.
Dude, I had all sorts of trouble getting around you, Tim. I was trying to set you up for a pass on the hairpin, on the second hairpin. But you opened up the door for a little bit after turn 5, so... Look at Gaz having all sorts of trouble with him, too.
Let's watch Rob, maybe next couple of laps. I don't know how long it takes him to get to third place. So it's a good mid battle.
What's up, Carter? This is where I asked Gad, I said, how you doing? He goes, I got Rob right on my ass.
So how did Gad fall back?
He's after Achilles pushed him wide, he had some dirty tires and spun out.
Oh, okay. I mean, when there's not a full grid of drivers, I wish the tree would stay locked out to all 11 players so I can see who's in what position.
Oh, yeah. Look at Rob's having trouble. I got past them both right there. Nice pass, Rob. Look how patient Rob is. Let's back up and look at that again. He's coming down to turn 5, and he sees that the inside line is already taken. But look how patient he is. He just waits and waits and gets a late apex turn in and gets a good run out of 5 and passes both of them assholes. Just does zero cares. I wasn't fighting Rob either. I told Gad.
Nice.
Gad goes,
Nice,
Gad said
Rob.
Rob just got by me, and I said, I'm not even fighting him when he gets up here. You just have it. If they weren't in my race was against Taz, Julian, Goat, and Todd. If they weren't any of those guys, I didn't want to race them at all. I would just let them go.
Todd or Tim?
Goat's partner, Todd, because Goat was it was just us 6 going for the team championship, and that's all Gad and myself were worried about.
Oh yeah, I got you.
You didn't want rid of. Yeah, me either. That's why I let him go by me too. And I had a fuck of a time getting past Achilles too, man. We sat like this for like 5 laps. Just in the positions that we're at right now. Like, no one could pass for like 5. It was a weird time of this race where everyone sat like 4th or 3rd through 7th. Sat right where they're at. The same gaps, everything. I wish they showed gaps on here.
I don't know if you heard me on the stream, but I was wishing, you know, not Yellowstone, Redstone is going to lap me sometime in between here in 30 laps. And then, you know, so Redstone's done past me. I would like to see the next racer showing me how far they are behind, even if they are ahead of me, so to speak. So I can get
Did you get
better
lapped?
prepared for them to come down. Yeah. I had a lot of issues today. It paused me twice for the stream dropping.
Goat and Tim are about to go at it. Let's fast forward like 1 lap. There's nothing that goes on. Like, the middle of this race it's so boring. It's still a fun race, but I'm trying to look for a good race going on right now.
I had quite a few solo penalties.
Oh, right about here is where I realized I had an overtake button. I hadn't used my overtake button at all.
I was trying to keep from using it because I had it set on 2 times 2 this time. I've been reducing them for each race. I think 2 is fine for next time. But we can, it's fully open for debate how we do it next season. Hopefully Heppo will be a little bit more involved with it too.
We need to have a steward that watches these races as they go.
I started to say, you know, why don't you get the pace car out, MJ, and do our silent lap.
At some point in time, I realized that I had an overtake button. I don't think it's this lap either. But I call out the guy and I'm like, I ain't using any of my overtake. He was like, don't do it. He was like, don't fall for it. See how close he pushes me over?
Yellow Fox, what I mean by a silent lap is I was going to do a send-off for the Interlagos circuit not being in F1 next year, or how long it's going to be away. Plus there was the racing death and the death of Jesse Combs, so I was going to kind of do a silent lap for those 3 things. And I just decided not to do it, I guess. And that's just the phrase I kind of coined for myself for it today.
Look at Rob being just patient as fuck right here.
I have... I have Rob's patience as well, but I also get impatient with myself. I just never have his pace though either. That's why I get impatient with myself.
But all those guys fighting, let Gad get back in the game. Oh, he's about to put a move on Rob. Oh, Now, how come dirty air doesn't affect these cars like it does with Group 2?
I don't know if it's because they're heavier or not. The difference in weight.
Maybe.
They might be able to weather vane a lot better.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to have a nap too.
How did Todd spin?
I don't.
Not that we're focusing on your destruction, Todd. I just was curious.
That inside curve gets me.
It gets me every now
Also.
and then,
How's first place doing?
I'm concentrating so much on the first chicane that all of the other turns are a nightmare.
This worked out to be a super
And
tight
it's not.
championship.
There's nothing wrong with the chicane. It never crashes me. I'm trying not to get that penalty. That's the worst spot to get it.
Yeah, Gad. I think it did turn out to be quite a tight championship, considering it was only 4 races. I would like to see this thing extrapolated out to about 10 races,
Yeah.
and we could do like 2 a week or 2 every other week for about 5 weeks, or
I
just
don't
make
want
it
it
a
to be
long
so
series.
time specific. Because I wanna
Slowback is my nightmare track when it comes to briefing.
reflect like F1 season or Super Formula seasons, actual times or whatever.
Yeah, speaking of
But
that,
1
like
week off.
mirroring, do you know I'm super excited about Gad's FIA thing?
Next year full
Yeah.
season.
Did you see what I posted?
No,
in
I
there?
did not yet. No, I was busy ranting about Redstone. Where's he at right now?
I said I want to completely tear down my racing and stuff like that.
Oh, like get a new
Put my
style?
racing under the microscope. Well, it's going on 2 years now, and I still haven't improved. And I think I'm even getting slower right now. So
Won't a new wheel do that to you though? Like for the first week, I
yeah,
had the
I keep
CSL.
getting my thumb stuck in on the paddle when I'm shifting up. I was doing the same thing with the motorcycle when I was first learning to ride it.
The FIA races are a masterstroke, Gad. Thank you.
Yeah, again, I'm really curious to see who wins that between team in our Discord as a Discord function. I'm gonna give it my best shot. It'll be just like the FIAs where certain races count, so you don't have to race them all either. You can mirror the FIAs, and I guess he's gonna take like, if the FIAs only take the best 10 out of 20, that's what he's gonna do too. So I'm super excited to see how we do there. What I'm curious about is this point system, because we have top split points, like
The basic points. Oh, you're talking about the FIA points.
yeah,
Okay.
I'm super
I
curious
basically
about that.
just
If he's gonna have
combine-
splits like we do now. Like, is there going to be like a 2 splits that he's going to work, or a 3 splits? Or is he going to have it, like, that's how they kind of handicap everything, right? Like, if you're in a 3rd split, you're not going to get as many points as a 2nd split or a 1st split. I guess it really
That's
doesn't matter.
where I don't know anything about what you're talking about.
Oh, the FIA, how the point system works for the Gran Turismo.
Yeah.
Well, that was a corner cut there, Josh.
Yeah, right. Rewind it. Where was it?
Right here. Just rolled all the way through that corner. Kicking up grass and everything. So this is the middle of the race where... Oh, F1 points. Well, that would be interesting. So nothing happens, like, for like 5 laps. I'm trying to look for a good race.
I don't mind doing like the FIA thing, but I want to emulate IMSA instead of FIA. They should give us like 15 more daily races since there's no FIAs.
Now everyone
just
pits.
to fill that slot.
I'm just fast forwarding a little bit. I'm gonna go to like lap 30 and we'll watch the last 10 races, or last 10 laps. Because nothing is happening.
My fastest lap came on 26 or 27.
Alright, here we go.
It was under the boost though.
Now at this point in time, I'm sitting behind Gad for like 5 laps, and I was just happy. I was just happy to be like, yeah, let's just run this thing out, 5th and 6th, that's fine. And then we realized that Achilles had to pit, and we got happy.
I mean, look how good Achilles is doing right now. But he was having trouble with his car. I mean, we were both having the same issue, what we were talking about.
Mm-hmm. So every lap, Gad's like, nope, he's not pitting. Nope, he's not pitting.
I think the way this track was actually going, I don't think I needed to pit the second time.
No, it was a one-stop race.
I'd pit again anyways, just...
Your pit
sure
loss here is 8 seconds.
I didn't tires though. I just did
That's
fuel.
with tires and everything. It's not with fuel, but that's tires, and I think I did that loss on my second stop on one of my practice races. Yeah, you're right. Fuel was tight. I had to fuel save. I was in oh, it doesn't show you. I was in fuel map 3. Yeah, it doesn't show you.
I had been using fuel map early, but I didn't use it at all this race. Of course, I screwed up a couple times.
The entire last half of the race, I was in fuel map 3, and the only thing I wanted to do was keep Goat and Julian about 2.5 seconds behind me. So that's all I was worried about. If they caught up to me a little bit, I would put it on and get that 2.5 second separation, and then I would get to about 3.5 seconds and realize that. And then we get to 3.5 seconds and realize I need to slow down a little bit.
Oh dang! I wish you could cycle through the other settings on everybody's cars.
Yeah, I wish you could too. It won't let you.
It drives me crazy. I hate how the menu pops up for almost every little button press.
The over-aggressive strategy, if I manage to do it cleanly, will stick as my main ST.
Redstone just typed in, I used the whole damn overtake bar and barely saved fuel. The over-aggressive strategy, if I manage to do it cleanly, will stick as my main strategy. Well, Redstone, you're gonna piss a lot of people off in the first couple laps if you do that shit. But, you know, it's your race, man. It'll be up to Mr. Heppo to decide, not us. But there's no doubt you are fast. That is for sure. Let's do a little lap. Let's do a lap with old Redstone.
Redstone, it was your first mistake. Only if I do it cleanly though.
Yeah, knocking people off track isn't going to help your cause there, Redstone. And hitting people through corners isn't going to help either.
It's good to see that only the traction control is on right now.
There's no doubt he's fast, though. Redstone, you're
I
fast.
will be more cautious.
I'm getting more and more consistent with my daily mileage cars. Selecting the car that I want.
You know what was in my wheel spin today for the mileage car?
What's that?
A competition 2019 Red Bull. Do you know how pissed I was when I saw that? If I would have won that, I would have thrown my controller across the room. I just spent 3 million credits on that car yesterday
Yeah.
to do one practice race.
I should have tried this with automatic. The amount of fuel he saved was unreal. Unreal.
Gran Turismo Sport is the only Gran Turismo that I've
I feel the same about the Zonda.
done nothing but manual transmission, so now it's completely alien to me to hear the car downshifting all by itself.
Yeah, we tried automatic, and it does save more fuel. We tried automatic, but it didn't really work out for me. I can't use it. I use the gears to spin the car, or to turn the car, so.
Oh. They need to stop adding X cars for a while.
No shit. They'll put formula cars in their own category.
Yeah. Like X1, X2, X3.
See, there's no races going on right now except for this one. Redstone.
I want the Toyota SFR to get graduated to a Group 4 car
I saved
and not an N-class car.
for the shed start. Cross the line empty.
There was a time in this race where I was behind Gad, and Gad was like, "Are you doing good? You want to get by me?" And I was like, "Well, we'll do it here in a couple laps." And right after he said that, he washed wide on the track, and I went right by him. I go, "I'll just go by you now. It's fine." We were laughing. This was actually a fun race for me and Gad. We were having a really good time.
Razor's Edge at Racing, aka Team Triple G, Double J.
Yeah, we were having a really good time racing. I was really super worried about Julian catching us, though.
Yeah,
I saved enough fuel for
I thought Julian finished high enough in points to put you guys really close, but you still finished some 10 to 20. I can't remember at the
I'm
moment.
live streaming right now. What's up?
Is Gad there?
Gad is in the chat, but he's
my
not.
favorite.
I know he's your favorite.
But don't tell Tim.
Don't tell Tim?
What
Okay.
did you say?
Well, we all hear it, so.
May I join or is it too late?
Oh, you want to get in on the chat? Yeah, you can come on in. We got like 3 laps left.
I'm surprised you stayed out this long.
It's an open party. I made the invitation out earlier. Anyone who wanted to come in could. Now we're gonna leave this stream up. But we're going to shut down the other ones because it's a little too confusing. We've had to do this before with one of mine too.
It's too bad you can't download the stupid live streams. Because if you felt like doing it, you could post your video right now and download it and do some more editing.
Gad has that ability, but I don't know. I just get rid of them. Like if I have 2 or 3 streams that break on me, I just delete them.
Yeah.
It's too confusing
So should
for
I?
people.
Well, you have the right to do it too, so you can delete it if you want.
I'll do it when I'm doing up the thumbnail for this one.
As well, so I have something to post this weekend.
Okay, so I'd like, hopefully Gad saved his replay and he can make a highlight video and then we can use that.
Gad, what he wants to do is take the 3 streams that are there right now. If I'll leave them up for a day, if you want to rip them and put them all together.
Oh, that's a good point.
Did Gad hear what I said?
Gad hears everything.
He's my favorite. What did he say?
He didn't say anything.
He sucks.
I want to raid.
No, just for that, Gad, Gray Mouse is your favorite.
Gray Mouse is also your favorite. He is a cool guy. I haven't talked to Gray Mouse in a while though. Carter's in the
I wanna
party with
raid-
us, but hasn't said a word yet.
I want to raid Gad Gaming's music selection. He's got some good music choices.
Oh, Allison, he said thank you. Gad, do you want to rip them today? And I can just, well, I'll just leave them up there for a few days for you, Gad. I'll take them off on like Wednesday or something. Gad said thank you.
I know he did.
Oh, are you watching the stream? Dang. He really trusts that red light on that fuel.
Who, me?
I probably have the most fuel.
So heat up these.
Yeah, put them in the oven though.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. They're good. Yeah, I'm focusing on this battle right now. You got like a couple laps left. Ooh, Julian makes a little bit of a mistake there.
Julian did really well.
Yeah, he did. He's getting more used to that new controller. It's starting to be worn in a little bit. He'll be back up to speed. But that allowed me, them fighting back there allowed me to get away from him a little bit. And I think Rob is like 26 seconds ahead of me right now.
Yeah.
Here
It took
comes-
forever for Taz to get around me
Hi, Dad.
Bye.
in relation to how quickly,
Redstone coming in P1.
how long ago Redstone.
For some reason, I can't find
I can hear you, Carter. It's just not very loud.
because I'm talking quiet.
Mm. Here comes Taz for second place. You have Rob right behind him. And then I'm 28 seconds behind him, I think.
I wish it would show the stupid times in the replay. Why
Yeah,
even
okay.
have the little dashed out if you're not going to show the
Julian,
times?
Gad, 5th. Julian, 6th. Goat, 7th. Oh, is that it? Is that what we're doing? It just quits like that?
I guess so.
For some reason, I cannot find the game.
It's at the store.
Well, you had to re-download it or something?
Oh, as in like, I can't find the lobby.
Oh. Lobby is
Oh,
not
we're not
open,
in the
we're just
lobby.
watching
We're
replays.
watching a replay.
Ah, okay.
I mean, we would be watching everybody else's, one of us would probably have our replay ready to go if could be in the lobby watching replays, which is what should be happening.
So the end of the points season, Taz wins the overall points championship, the solo points championship, the drivers. The constructors championship goes to Toyota. I just made that up. I don't know, but
That's probably
want-
about right.
and
My
the
sportsmanship rating's almost an A.
team
Great
championship
stuff, guys.
goes
Time to play
to
golf and make lentil soup.
Razor's Edge
Emoji
Racing.
thumbs up.
In the house,
He had to-
bitches.
Find a way to do it
We need to
modestly.
know.
Razor's Edge Racing consists of Gad motherfucking Gaming and GRT in the house Gemini.
Oh yeah,
And you will, and Todd, you will never separate us. So you can get all the balls out you want, Todd.
Emoji cool
It's
smile.
not happening. Razor's Edge Racing for life.
we're 338 subscribers away from 1,000.
What? Are we over 600?
Apparently.
No, it's 400. Excuse me. Math is hard
Yep, math is hard.
on the fly.
All right, fellas, I will.
438.
My next live stream will be on Thursday for the weekly races. We're going to change some things up this time. I think we're going to have a.
Red Butt Racing.
We're going to. I don't know what we're going to do yet, but Gad, Tim, and myself are coming up with a plan to fix this weekly racing issue to make it a little bit more tolerable. Because we're having new guys come in that don't know our way of racing, and it's starting to create a little bit of confusion. So Gad,
Maybe-
Tin Man, and myself are working on that. We'll get it all fixed.
Maybe we could do it like on the day as I stream,
Emoji flex.
like a kind of a
biceps.
qualifying
Emoji
type
thumbs up.
thing, and the people that win or whatever show up and want to come back and can come in on Thursday.
Yeah, that's true. We're also talking about having like a
It'll be
friends
epic.
only or GRT Discord only for one part of it, or maybe I do two, because I do 2 streams a week, so I have pretty much freedom to do whatever I want with that second stream. So maybe make an open lobbies on the second stream, and just leave the weekly races to us, because there's a lot of GRT. I don't care if there's 5 GRT guys in there. The weekly
Right.
races, that's my time to watch racing, and they're right. The aggressive level of driving we saw from everybody, GRT members and new guys included, was a little too much to tolerate the other day. So we're trying to figure out a way to to correct that issue, but we'll get it. It might take us a couple weeks, but we'll get it.
But what time will be the weekly races in
The
CDT so I make
the
sure I don't miss this one?
the weekly races for you will start. Well, yeah, I'll run down the times. The weekly races are always on Thursdays. They always start around 10:30 p.m. BST, which is 5:30 on the East Coast of the United States. It'd be 4:30 for you in
I'm fine with
Texas.
that.
Hmm?
But yeah, and we're gonna try. I'm gonna try to get away from the one make races because I I can't be bothered with like telling random people that aren't on Discord, look, we need to be in a S2000. I spend more time doing that than I actually do watching the races.
I think it's
Well,
because like some people don't have it.
Then go home. Then take your ball and go home. We got some racing to do.
I don't
NT008.
have it yet because I'm still trying to get
Tosh,
some new.
or tell them to at least be on the YouTube live stream and give them that relay delay amount of time to hear
N400.
you and make
Is that
decisions.
wait a minute, Gad? What are you saying? N400 what? Is that what we're doing this? Is that what we're doing on Thursday?
Oh, he's just
Epic.
he's just shooting off ideas.
But I'll call out in Discord for a certain car. Probably if Gad is talking like just going with a certain class, we'll just do that. But we'll figure it
I'm
all out.
saying how we will say classes.
One thing I wanted to do was
Oh, okay, Gad, I get you.
on my streams, I was gonna start off with see what I get on the roulette, and that's what we're gonna do the one make race starting out.
Can you imagine if it's like the Ferrari, the Dino, the $20 million Ferrari?
If they're
Yeah,
adding Spa
the
in,
Dino is 20 million.
I don't know. Who knows?
Oh, well, anyways, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna call you out for a minute, Josh. I need you to get a regular time to stream,
Okay.
so I can
10 a.m. seems to work for the first time, and sometime around dinner time, it's not consistent, but I'll try to make it 7 o'clock as
and that's on
consistently as
Tuesdays,
possible.
right?
Right.
Yeah.
10
All right.
a.m. and 7 p.m.
Sweet.
10 a.m. for the Euro guys and maybe Australia.
Fuck.
And
Speaking of the S2000, does this thing have like cognitive reasoning? I just looked up and there's an S2000 up there. All right, so Tuesday,
it's
10
probably
o'clock in the morning Eastern Standard Time for you, which would be 3 o'clock in the afternoon BST.
right.
And then I'm on Thursdays, 10:30 BST, and Saturdays at 10 BST, 10 in
What's
the
your
morning,
school's typical let out time up there, Gemini?
about 3:30.
Yeah, high school is usually around 2 o'clock. Middle school sometime 3 o'clock, and elementary at 4 o'clock. Last time I checked.
I go to high school and I get off at like 2:50, but because I take the bus, I get there like 30, 20 minutes
Yeah.
later.
All right, I am going to take off. I got some stuff
Yep.
I got to handle. Thanks for racing,
I'm gonna
guys.
try to
Redstone, I know
finish formatting
we're
my
having
computer.
Redstone. We're having a little bit of a disagreement. It'll be fine. I'm just a little upset. It'll be fine. Don't take one instance where someone's upset with you and extrapolate it out. It's just us being competitive, I guess. We want to just see the best result we can get. All right, I love you guys. We'll see you.